Hey, I want you to know you are now a prisoner of war of the Reich. Let's join these liars.
We lost an engine, and there were fighters around, but they weren't really attacking our squadron. But I don't know whether a stray bullet, maybe just a hose flew off or what, but we lost our oil pressure on one engine. And so we feathered the engine, and we just couldn't keep up. We fell back, and we were the last one with a photographer on board.
Now, isn't that interesting? A photographer's on board.
We lost another engine caught on fire that fighters were attacking. And we were over draws, I guess I didn't know it at the time, but that's when they really came in from all sides. Then they had this ME-110 twin engine fighter with the rockets. I'd never seen a rocket or heard of one, but we could see them going by us, and they were the ones that really...
I've never seen a rocket or heard one, but I saw one go by. Now try to realize every principle of logic is violated because they're making stories up as they go along. They don't even have a script.
All the damage. They hit our least and killed 2 or 3 fellows in the back there. And it was pretty bloody mess, the back of the airplane, I understand from what I talked to some of the crew members later. But that was about it. They shot all our engines off, or they quit, and then...
Okay, now, prior in the story there were 2 engines down. Now he said they shot off all the engines. However, it doesn't matter. He's going to tell you the plane will... all you could do is fly it straight or level. Listen carefully.
I was just flying almost straight and level. There's not much you can do. And our gunners were firing.
Now, there's not much you can do. All the engines have been shot, but he flies it straight and level.
Rapidly. The airplane was shaking, from the gunfire.
So does that even make sense? The airplane is shaking from gunfire?
And all of a sudden my rudder controls just went out. I had no control of that at all. And same way with the ailerons. And, so I yelled, "Let's go." And everybody...
I yelled. Well, how do you think they're going to hear it over the roar of the engines? You should have said, "I spoke in my microphone." No, I yelled, "Hey, you guys, let's go."
It was time. Matter of fact, I found out later that more than half of them were already out of the airplane. Our wing was on fire and a couple engines were on fire. We had to go up through the hatch, and we're lucky our airplane had that top hatch because they all didn't. And that's where we went up. My intention, I think I had seen somebody on top of the fuselage in the tail. So I thought,
Now there's a pun there. He spoke about the tail. They like to make puns. So the engines are all out, but he's flying straight. And there's fire everywhere, but he sees someone on the fuselage?
A little bit hesitant about the tail structure. My intention was to walk all the way back the airplane on top of that fuselage and jump.
Yeah, the engines are up, but he's flying straight. Now he's going to walk all the way back. Right? I sure hope you understand there is no logic whatsoever in this liar.
Off the tail. But just as I started out, the plane lurched, and I fell down on the right wing and rolled off through the...
So he falls down on the right wing. And thus far we have the engines all out, but he flew straight and level. There's fire everywhere. There's a bloody mess in the back. He wants to walk back, but he can't. He's thrown out, and he's rolling on the plane, on the wing of the plane. Oh my goodness! Are you following this stuff?
The whole trailing edge of the right wing was on fire, and I rolled off through that, and
well, I just rolled right through the fire on the on the wing plane, and there's no engines, and he's rolling on the wing. Come on, if there's no engine, it's going straight down, nosedive, nothing holding it. Nothing. But he rolled on the wing through the fire. Did you notice how many times he talked about the tail? I think he said it about 4 times.
I must have passed out because I don't remember pulling the chute. But I woke up and I was being lifted up in the air by the chute opening. And the airplane was not too far off, and I saw it crash just over.
So he passes out, but he wakes up, and his chute has been pulled, but don't worry, he can see the plane crash.
A city block from where we landed. Pete and I landed in this little open area in this forest, and he got caught up in the tree, and I landed right out in the open.
So he knows all these details, right? Remember, he had passed out, but he woke up as he's floating down.
Carried a knife all the time. I ran over and cut him down. After I cut him down, we were wondering how many got out. We counted the chutes, and I think there were 6 chutes.
Notice how he had to really stop and think about what number he's going to give you. He decides to give you the number 6. 666. He's telling you he's a liar, and he's of the father of lies.
And they were quite high, 4,000 or 5,000 feet. So they had jumped down. There wasn't any need to tell him it was time to go, I guess.
Yeah, he's getting ready to smile. This guy can, and he does smile. I've recorded other testimonials of this man on my other channel, War Backwards is Raw. But he's just about ready to snicker, and they're going to cut him off. But I want you to see the formulation of the snicker there. There it was. You probably missed it. But they made sure to edit in such a way that you wouldn't see it.
Everybody knew it. One fellow, early in the mission, when we were first attacked, he had his foot blown off. We issued morphine to him. When we found the chutes,
we issued morphine to him. When are they issuing morphine? He rolled out of the plane, he passed out. How in the world did they issue morphine to somebody?
And blown out. But we found out later that they threw him out. He was alive when he went out. But he landed in a tree and bled to death. The tail gunner was killed in the turret. The ball turret down below, he was killed just getting out of his turret. I don't know how he knew, but the photographer told me that he took a...
So the photographer is the one with all the inside scoop. Isn't that interesting? The photographer told him. The photographer! The photographer told me.
rocket right in the midsection. He had skin and blood all over his boots when I saw him afterwards. The worst one was the nose gunner, who had he had his turret over to one side. And it was shot out. The controls were shot out. The bombardier tried to wind him back in mechanically, and he couldn't do it. So he died screaming. He was in the airplane when I left.
He died screaming. Yep. I don't know how anybody heard anything with all the engines shot out and the plane going into a nosedive. So it's up to you what you want to believe or don't believe. But I did another series on this same DVD. I believe War Backwards is Raw. Prisoners of the Reich. Now you have to have airmen shot down in order to have prisoners. So if you can believe the airmen shot down, then the next step is you'll be able to believe there's hundreds and hundreds and thousands of them all over Germany in these little camps. But if you put the brakes on and say, there were no planes shot down over Germany, it was all nonsense. Therefore, these POW camps were nonsense too. So stay tuned. I'll have more for you. And I'd like to thank you for watching this video. End the video.